This episode of That's How We Roll is brought to you by the letter P, which in this case stands for pterodactyl, pneumonia, and Patreon. Of course, thank you very much to Matthew Krellick for supporting our Patreon. You are the real MVP. What's up, guys, and welcome back to That's How We Roll. We're playing some Mutants Masterminds. My name's Ed, I'm the GM.
My name's Becca, and I play Lupo, who is a teched-up spy who leads the urban legends.
My name is Lauren. I play Hood, a young girl who works as a detective in the sneaky, sneaky shadows.
I had to burp at the worst time.
Nailed it.
Sorry. I'm Toby, and I play Rufio, an ex-mob boss who's trying to right a few wrongs. Also, he has a mech suit and a pug.
Toby's back on the podcast.
Yeah, but
Hello.
2 arcs you've been gone.
Literally like
sad
a year,
times.
nearly a year.
Sad times.
So, wait, 2 arcs? He was a face in last.
Oh, yeah, of course you were.
It's like, hold on a second.
That's a good point. Sorry. Forgot you played that character.
It's like, have you done an arc
He was
without
just
telling
so
me?
forgettable.
Incredibly forgettable friend. Yes, your tears sustain me.
Sad face.
But no, it's good. Good, you're back. My boy's back. I have someone to fuck with again.
Oh, God.
It's not quite the same with
Didn't actually
anyone
have
else.
anyone in the last arc who got fucked with.
No,
did
you guys were weirdly efficient. I didn't like it.
Funny
Yeah. So yeah, we're
Can I
playing.
just have like one arc where you don't fuck me? Is that like possible?
Well, in fairness, in the carnival arc, it was Marcus who got fucked.
Yeah, it's true, but I don't have a Marcus currently, so I don't have a Patsy to pass it off to, you know? Uh-oh.
So, since the end of
If you have to yawn, get out of your system now.
Do you have any poo? Sling it now.
I can't stop. You got me straight away. Said yawn instantly. I did it. That's how susceptible I am. Damn it.
Amateur hour over
Add
here.
a drink to not yawn.
Down my need to snooze. So, since the end of the last arc, which obviously ended quite, there was a sad turn at the end. We've time jumped 3 months into the future. The urban legends have boosted their renown across the city, across the country, even across the world. People know you guys now. But it's not just, I guess, 2 of you, Hood and Lupo, with Captain gone and Dollface gone. You've boosted the ranks. Join it with the astrologer joining you. You realise that there's a good number of heroes, and Emmett's been recruiting. He's got the gang together. You for the past 3 months you've been stopping crimes, solving mysteries, just generally being like badass motherfuckers around town, and it's got to the point now. It's a big celebration. You guys are being given the keys to the city.
That's going to be a lot of keys.
So you find yourselves. You're about to go up on stage. It's the full team is currently in this little room, and you're about to go on stage and meet the mayor. And the mayor will gift you the keys to the city.
Would you like to tell us who all of the team members are?
Yes. So, the extended list: Lupo, Hood,
Hi.
Rufio.
All right.
He's a new guy. The astrologer, obviously, he's still sticking about. He's a generally cool dude. The Duke, who we've had previously, he's been roped in full time. I mean, he's B team, but he's been roped in full time. There's also Merlin, who's a sort of 18-year-old, 19-year-old guy. He does spooky magics. No one really knows much what that's going on there.
Don't trust him.
The Swan, she's a swashbuckling lady of justice.
Famous prior to the urban legends as
Yes, yeah. She had a name before joining you guys. And Celadon. He's a froggy frog boy. He's an alien from the outer spaces who looks and sounds like a frog man.
He wears a sweater vest.
He wears a sweater vest, yes.
What a loser.
So, you're all in this room together. Emmett is, he's wearing his decorative police uniform. He's super excited.
He must be so proud.
He's so
He
proud.
must be like a dad.
Yeah. It's, like
dad.
all his kids are graduating college at the same time. It's just, you know, he's incredibly chuffed. And he sort of, you know, he looks to all of you and he's just like, okay, so you'll remember the rules. Rule number 1, no swearing.
I thought rule number 1 is just let the swan speak.
I thought rule number 1 was wash your hands, but that's just me.
That's dinner time rules.
Oh, okay, my bad.
Public speaking rules. Rule number 1. Rule number 1 is don't swear. Rule number 2 is if you don't have to talk, let Swan talk.
Yeah.
And he sort of like nods and Swan nods. And rule number 3, whatever you do, don't let the Celadon talk.
Aren't you?
He just looks over at you like, hey.
So, okay, I think we're ready to do this. And you hear like the announcer outside. You're in like a little sort of cordoned off area away from like this room's sort of away from the rest of the crowds, but it opens out to the huge sort of marble steps leading up to the museum. It's all been fixed up. It's looking lovely. The museum is directly opposite. There's a big sort of plaza area directly opposite is the town hall. It's lovely. It's proper delightful. And the actual plaza is full of people, like huge crowds. And they're all here to see you guys get the keys to the city. And you hear the call. The announcer's like, ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together and celebrate all of the triumphs of the urban legends. And crowd goes nuts. And Emmett, like the door opens and Emmett just motions and goes, go for it. And you'll stride out proudly.
Who's weaving?
Yep. And I love you, random citizen. And yeah, you make your way. There's like a sort of table set up with red velvet, and you'll make your way over to the area, and the mayor is stood there. She's a quite attractive lady, mid-30s, long blonde hair.
Out of 10? Would you give a 1?
I'd say a solid 7 or 8.
Nice.
She's good looking, and this is her in like work gear. You can imagine like when she's doing her, she's mayor of my heart.
Do you hate yourself?
A little bit. Mayor Whitehall is her name. Whitehall. Yes. And she... Let's probably scroll that down as well. Because I know it.
Is she Mrs. Mayor or Miss Mayor?
What's the difference?
Don't say Mrs. and break my heart.
That's the difference. One of them will break Lauren's heart.
Oh, no. I don't know what... I genuinely don't know what the difference is, though.
Mrs. or Miss?
Oh, Miss.
Okay,
She's
good.
You don't have the
Single.
difference between married and unmarried women.
No, I do.
That's a problem,
I do.
Edward. That's a problem.
I didn't
We
know.
spoke about this before.
I didn't know if there was a difference between Miss Mayor and Mrs. Mayor,
I'm
but I
just
guess
gonna write-
the difference is
That you
It's
said
the
it
fact
out
that they're
loud.
two
the
different
Miss
words.
and Mrs. Yeah, gotcha.
Would be the
Single.
She's
She's right,
You
this
wrote
down.
single down.
yeah,
Whitehall. Single.
in brackets, ready to mingle ? Close brackets. Yeah, she's actually been on many, BuzzFeed top 30 under 40 bachelorettes.
30 under 30.
She's mid-30s. But she makes the top 30. So that's why it's 30 under 40. She's actually been on top 10s. She's a catch.
Isn't this about us?
And so are you.
You know what? This whole arc should just be about her.
I agree.
Emmett is so happy to have you all. You guys are a catch. And he's in no way in love with Mayor Whitehall. And I'm in no way projecting this through my narration. I digress. Yep, crowd's going nuts, and as you approach Mayor Whitehall, sort of smiling, and she holds out a hand and shakes each of your hand in turn. Lupo, I imagine you're leading the group as the
No, I'm at
leader.
the back.
You're the back.
I'm the alpha.
Nice.
Ow.
So who's up front? Beta?
Probably Hoob.
Yeah.
Hood.
I'm like, hello.
Leading the train. Toot-toot. Superhero train has arrived. So she does this big speech about everything that you've achieved. She lists off literally tens of names of people that you've arrested, and more that you've brought to justice, and so on. And she says, "Yeah, this is it's incredible that we in New Haven have a team that we can call ours, that will protect our streets and our people with nothing that they want in return. You guys are incredible, and we can't thank you enough. But hopefully this will help. We all know why you're here. We would like to give to you all the keys to the city." And she has a very large novelty key that she pulls out from behind the desk, and hands it to Hood. And it's like the size of you. Like
Hood just kind of whisper, I was
huge
expecting
key.
more, but it's quite big for a lock.
Of course.
That's fine. Thank you.
No, of course. And there's another big cheer from the crowd. And it says,
Thanks,
of course,
guys.
with this comes more benefits, such as increased funding. We can help support you, and of course, you essentially have free reign wherever you would like to go in the city. So everybody, without any further ado, please, again, put your hands together for the urban legends and everything that they have done for us.
Hood makes a little heart symbol out of her hands and
Nice.
shows it towards the crowd.
Do
Nice.
you like
I love
balance
it.
the key in your
Yeah,
arms?
it's a bit awkward, but there's a lot of heart there.
Do you want me to hold a key for you for a sec so you can
He
really go
just
for
shoves it to you.
There's a lot of people in
Really
the
awkwardly
audience.
holding the key, like I don't know what to do with
And
this.
she takes it back.
There's loads of people in the audience, and they've got like banners and signs, and some of them are dressed up as you guys. And Hood's fans are potentially some of the creepiest, I think.
Yeah, that would not surprise me
Yeah,
at
there's-
all.
Is it all just old dudes?
There's a fair few,
Okay.
and they're like
Nice.
wearing your outfit and
Got a diddles
screaming.
made out of pipe cleaners.
But there's
Yeah.
young girls as well.
Yeah. Oh
As
yeah,
a
no,
role
100%.
model, that's
You're a role model to
She can ignore the
All kinds of
creepy-
young children,
creepy
yeah.
men.
You cover the true demographic that a 12-year-old girl would,
yes.
unfortunately.
It's like on YouTube where it's like who's looking at it, age range, 10 to 15, and then
30 plus.
35
Yeah.
to 40. Great.
The turnout that Rufio's had for sort of reformed criminals in the city is incredible. Like the amount of people who are sort of you've done what Dollface could never do.
Yay.
Aw.
That's adorable.
Um,
He's very quite chuffed about that, to be fair, but doesn't let it show too much.
yeah, of
Got
course.
to play it cool.
Of
He's also
course.
probably quite uncomfortable in this given situation right now because all eyes are on him and it's really uncomfortable.
Yeah.
What are you staring at? You fuck. Oh no, wait, hold on. They're meant to be staring at. What are you staring? Oh no, hold on, wait, no, hold on.
Don't fight the whole crowd. Don't fight the whole crowd.
I like to think you look to Lupo for like some guidance, and she's just stoned.
It's almost like he's trying to get your hand.
like she's standing at ease, like hands like clasped behind her back, just standing,
Sort of like awkwardly,
just
like looking.
still. Like there's just no movement from her at all.
Their vision is based off movement.
And of course, Lupo, I mean, you've read all the headlines, you've heard all the talk, you've seen the fan art.
The horrible fan art.
You know what people think.
We have our own
of
Reddit.
you.
We have
Of course we do.
We've got our own.
We've got our own
thing now.
We've
so
got our own
we've
like
made it.
Reddit meme page as well.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Who's the like top ship?
That's a good
That's a
question.
very good
Actually.
question.
Yeah.
There's not
Hopefully,
enough-
Hood's not involved in that, but
I mean, there's hood shipping, but it's not there's enough people who frown upon it for it not to be one of the
I
top
think
ones.
it's Rufio and Diddles Prime is the one I see the most.
I think that's great. I think that's
Your
a great
face.
shout.
It's what I do.
That's
You
it.
know what?
Yes.
That's my control mechanism for keeping Rufio in line. It's like, I'll show you the page again.
I don't want to see the page again.
I'll show
You're
you.
right.
It's all about
alright.
Rufio
That's what
being
I'm saying.
really soft at heart. Diddles Prime has to take care of him.
It's alright.
It's
All
cool.
right.
It's called
Yeah, but-
Ruffles Prime.
Oh god.
And it's just
Diddlo.
it's just the aesthetic. The aesthetic is both of them riding down a neon lit highway on his motorbike. Him on the front looking stoic, and then Diddles Prime like his arms sitting on the
Massive
back,
arms.
his massive arms coming around and caressing Rufio's bare chest, and just tentacles like all around Rufio.
Oh, there's a lot of tentacles.
Yes.
I
So
really
many
don't want to see that
tentacles.
picture
The
again.
fan
if you
art
wouldn't
I've
mind.
seen.
Look, though, please.
Can we
Look,
please
come on.
make this picture happen? Because
Look.
I don't think I can do that one, but I'm sure if we pulled on Caroline to create that monstrosity.
I
100%
really
I
shit.
want
don't think
this
that's a
to
great
happen. I want
idea.
this to happen.
Diddlio.
Alternatively, I have a plan, which is we don't do that. How about that? How about that for a plan? That's
anyway,
Yeah. So yeah. I mean, the crowd loves you, and as you're about to head off, Celadon sort of throws his hand up and he's like, "Thank you, everybody. I just want to say," an astrologer puts his hand over his mouth and goes, "Remember Rule 3." And then you all like ushered off stage, and back into the room, where Emmett sort of comes in. He was there as well, but he sort of took a back step. He never really knows how to handle the limelight. Like, he likes the recognition, but at the same time, he doesn't like being instantly presented with the recognition. Does that make sense? Like, he doesn't like all the crowds and stuff. He's like, I don't think I deserve this.
I'll give him a little pat on the back as we go back in.
He likes that, actually. It's very comforting. And you get back into the tiny room, and you all sort of like chill, and it's like, so what do we do now? I guess back to the gingerbread house.
I thought we're not at the
Yeah.
gingerbread house anymore.
It's been 3 months.
Would we really be in the same spot?
Different spot.
Oh, okay.
You kept the name
Okay.
just to honor
In
Dollface.
respect.
Yeah.
Okay, got it.
Emmett, do you want to hold the key?
Yeah. He
Like cool, Emmett. Like cool.
I'm playing it cool.
It's hard to hold it because your
Calm
hands
down.
are so sweaty.
You guys want to see something cool? And he like starts spinning it and like flips it up. He's like, I used to work at Quiznos. And he's like doing the sign.
Emmett, this is the opposite of cool, mate.
I'm going to take that back.
Humble
from you.
reserve. Humble reserve. Yeah.
Lupo claps her hands together and go, all right, back to business.
Yes. So I think if everyone takes a couple of hours, we'll have a lovely debrief in the meeting room in let's say 4:00. Cool. I'm gonna grab milkshakes. Anybody want to come?
Yeah,
That's my girl.
I'm in. Why
That's my
not?
guy.
I'll see you guys back at base.
God.
Oh, come on, though. Boss, come on. Come on, boss.
Milkshakes,
Come
come
on,
on. We're celebrating.
You're a key part of the team, he says, and he waves the giant novelty key.
I should slap you for that, but I'm still not going.
Oh,
I've got some work I need to get done.
all right.
Okay.
Do you want us to bring back one?
All right then.
The usual.
We'll get Lazy Susan to make it the way you like it.
She knows.
She knows what you like. She's willing to give it to you if you pay.
Um,
Milkshakes. It's milkshakes.
You go, okay, cool. So you going back to the gingerbread house now?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So you head out of the meeting room that you were all in, and you both very awkwardly start walking in the same direction for a little bit. You know, where it's like you say goodbye and then you start walking in the same direction and stuff. And you actually both go in the same direction all the way to Lazy Susan's diner.
What?
And then you get in. The guys are like, okay, cool. See you in a bit. And then Emmett orders 3 milkshakes. And Lupo walks to the back and presses a secret button.
We're based in the fucking diner now.
And a secret doorway opens up. And and there's a lift.
That was
behind the
completely
shake machine?
unexpected.
It's not behind the shake machine. It's there's like a fake wall panel which just has a picture frame.
It's not so overtly in the middle of the diner.
It's a wall panel and there's like a picture frame and it has a clipping that just says urban legends like local milkshake joint and it's got like a picture of you guys like making milkshakes with Lazy Susan.
Does she look just pissed off?
She just looks so sad. And yeah, I mean, literally, Lazy Susan's is always dead, like 100% always dead. So Emmett thought it would be a fantastic. I mean, you guys meet there most of the time anyway. So
I imagine Hood had a lot to say about it.
yeah,
How much do we have to
disgusting.
pay her off to let us build a base underneath her?
She will have like whatevs.
yeah, she honestly did not care. She's not the manager.
She just works there
Yeah, she just works there.
all the time.
So yeah, there's now a base underground beneath Lazy Susan's diner.
Unbelievable.
That's wicked.
So yeah, you know, Emmett and the guys grab a little booth.
If we send people there, send them Susan joke, ask for the gingerbread special. Something like that. Is that like a
That's pretty
code?
good.
Yeah. I'll have a gingerbread shake
She's like,
from the secret menu. Oh, fucking hell.
Ugh, one of them. Yeah, there's a switch on the frame.
Just tell me.
She just doesn't care.
Doesn't even look up from her phone.
Yeah.
it's on Tinder.
Right.
Swipe.
Right.
Frogman. Left. So yeah, Lupo, you head down, short elevator ride down, and you open up, and it's a relatively, you know, decent. I mean, you're still building it. It's not in any way done, but it's a full base. Like there's a main room, there's a recreational room, there's like a boardroom, there's equipment. You guys have a trophy room now.
Yeah, we do.
Put the key in the trophy room.
Yeah, 100%. And obviously you each have dormitories there. Not all of you use them, but they are all there if you do need them. So Lupo, as you head down, you walk in, and
You are greeted by terror.
I suppose I would be. Wouldn't
Biff. He's biffing about.
It's just knocking about. Well, I knew Rufio knew he'd be crashing here for a couple of days because of the big event and everything. So I'd take the dog.
What kind of dog is it?
The pug.
Why does Rufio have a pug?
Because he thought it was a bulldog when he got it.
Nice.
The guy told him it was a bulldog. Literally told him it was a bulldog. A year later, he's like, "Yeah, we're still a pup, innit? It's just not growing."
Yeah, they take
How long
ages
you
to
had
grow.
it? Oh, how old is he? Yeah. You are aware he's done growing, right? It's not the first time this has happened. He accidentally got a Lacerapso before, thinking it would turn into one of those big, massive bear hunting dogs.
Shaggy dog.
Yeah, he was told that would happen, and that never happened either.
Is it the same guy who sold you both dogs?
No, different guy.
So you should probably
Just
stop going to
really
that guy.
terrible, just really terrible luck with dogs.
He's
Had a micro pig once too. Still has a micro pig.
It's
Not micro. No, you got it. No, it's a full pig. Lives with
Big
his mum
boy.
now.
I'm picturing the next one is going to be a Chihuahua that he gets, thinking it's going to be like a German Shepherd or something like
Yeah,
that.
something like that. We don't know yet.
It's a special breed.
Yeah,
That mate.
pygmy.
They start small and they get real big.
That mate. Just he's a good dog. That what you mean?
Ripper is a good dog. He's
Terror.
a good egg.
Terror.
Rest in peace, Ripper. The Lacerapso.
Yeah, Ripper was the previous one. This one's called Terror.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Terror's he's a good little lad. He loves to scratch. Just
He does.
on his belly bowl.
Anyway,
He's got a little pink belly. Of course he does. He's a little pug.
yeah,
As you head in, you're obviously greeted by Ripper,
Terror.
the corpse of Ripper, and also Terror, the ghost. the
Okay, reel
spirit.
it back, reel it back.
Bring this one back in.
Dial it in.
Terror. You're greeted by Terror. There's also a stack of post.
Cool. I pull off my hood and my cowl and set it aside and grab a little treat out the treat jar, throw it for Terra.
He jumps, completely misses the tree, and like just like tumbles, and then he's like snapping at the tree as his body rolls over itself, and then he like finally gets his legs, and he like does like a little trot where he moves 2 of his legs at each time, and he moves a bit like a caterpillar. It's really surreal. Like he's an ugly dog.
Why are you being mean to my dog?
He's lovely. He's the loveliest animal in the world, but he is hideous.
He's got a massive underbite, 3rd degree GERD.
His tongue is out all the time.
Yeah, and 100% a lazy eye. That's why Lazy Susan likes him so much, because they match.
It's the only time you've ever seen her smile is when she first looked at the dog.
Oh, he's beautiful.
That's Susan's voice.
Yep, that's canon.
First time I think we've had her speak.
I think so. So yeah. So has the whole team seen your proper face now then?
Yeah, they've all seen it.
Cool. But they don't know anything about your actual identity?
No.
No, cool. Makes sense?
It's like the big reveal when you finally took it off and everyone's like, I don't know who this is.
Oh, you're the woman from the...
Forgot that.
Yeah.
Oh, it's you. Yeah, I'm gonna
Sorry.
start.
I'm gonna clap and then you just cut this a little bit.
All right. So yeah, I go and grab the post. Just start taking off the suit really as I head to my dorm.
Cool. Yeah, you flicking through the post. I mean, it's not like a public place. You don't get like fan mail or anything. You've got various PO boxes for that. But every so often the PO boxes are collected and dropped down here. And so there's a couple of bits and pieces, some more fan art, which is probably safer not to open.
I just divvy it out into pigeonholes.
Yeah.
All the fan art that's in Rufio's pigeonhole. We just quickly readdress it.
No,
So
I open the envelope, like pull it out a little bit, see the top of the image, and just slide it back in and put it in Rufio's pigeonhole.
Yeah.
Put it in a formal letter. Bloody council sent me something again. Why do they keep doing this to me?
Terror, no.
Terror and
Too
diddles.
far.
Terror and diddles.
No one knows about terror. Only us know about terror. Actually, they probably do.
So it's all part of your public image, your reformed image. You've got a lovely little pug.
Post. What's in the post?
You find one which is different to the rest. It's almost like a card. So it's card sized, proper envelope, and it's just addressed. It just says the Urban Legends.
Is it wax signature?
It is wax sealed.
That's what
Very,
I like.
very flamboyant
That's what I like.
F. But there's no address on it.
There's no what?
Address on it.
A very crumbly throat. I apologise.
Yeah, I think it is. I'm having it. Even if it's not.
I'd like to roll a well-informed check to see if I recognise that seal.
The words I said were there's no address on it.
Yeah, cool.
Cool. Yeah, give me well informed.
That is a red hot 11.
Okay, 11. So it's a very flamboyant F. And you know that there are 4... You can't place it exactly, but it's going to be one of the big families in the city and sort of this side of the country. There are 4 big families. All of them annoyingly have the initial F.
4 Fs.
Selfish gits.
You know that the Swan is very passionately against one of the families. She says that they are criminals and rotten throughout, and that's Foe. That's Foe Industries. The other 3, Fee, Fi, and Fum,
I fucking knew it.
are in different businesses, but equally as nefarious.
You could call them the corporate giants, I
Ah.
That's a good way to put it, I think. Yeah.
I hate you both. I want you to know that right now.
suppose. We planned this.
It's
for
over. I'm
Yeah.
out.
We planned this for
This,
so long.
the Giants have literally been in the works for like years.
Yeah, good year now.
So yeah, corporate giants.
Cool.
You don't know exactly which one it is. I guess you open it. break the seal. But yeah, there's no address on the front. It just says the urban legend. So it's like, how did this get to us? What chain got this envelope here? Hey, I'm not yawning though.
Why'd you say that? I can feel it. I can feel it in me.
I can feel it coming down my throat tonight. That sounds wrong. Let's not.
No, keep going, please.
Let's not play that game.
Please.
Ripper, no. Ripper's dead.
It's even worse.
Stop being mean to my dog. Both of them. You like dogs? I'm trying to endear you to me.
Guess listen to that later.
Oh.
Right, everyone just go home.
There's a radiator there, mate.
Thank you, friend. Oh, that was really... You know when you hit it dead on the right spot, it's almost like electricity through to the finger. Yeah, just got one of them. Nice.
So you open it up, and there is a lovely red sort of embossed card inside, about A5. It's an invitation, very clearly. And it's inviting 3 members of the Urban Legends to a ball, a gala, hosted by Mr Fum. He essentially wants to celebrate all of the achievements of the various superhero teams that are sprouting up in the city and the surrounding area, hoping to throw a gala. It's written way more elegantly on the card. Hoping to throw a gala to sort of get them all to meet each other and sort of build bridges, essentially. Because all the fantastic work they're doing, it can only be better if, they know each other and they trust each other. So this gala is tomorrow. It's Friday today. Gala is Saturday, overnight to Sunday. At his mansion.
Bit pompous, send the invite out the day before the event. I'm important, everyone will come.
It's just a good thing that it's not on a school night, otherwise Hood wouldn't be able to go, so it's
True
good
that.
it's on Saturday.
That is true.
I have a feeling most people won't want Hood to go anyway. It's an adult party.
What kind of adult party?
Swingers.
Everybody put your keys in the middle.
Oh, yeah. Here we go.
No one's taking my motorbike.
I was about to say, yeah, no one's having the keys to his bike. It's just a no.
So after a milkshake, it gets to 4:00, and everyone reconvenes in the meeting room. Emmy gives a debrief. You guys did great today. That key was going front and center in that trophy room.
Emmett, you did well. You didn't cry once. Well,
that you saw
on stage. You didn't cry.
Thanks. I tried so hard. It's very difficult.
No, what I did is that I sat him down in front of the TV earlier on and did a slideshow of all of our greatest achievements. So he'd cry out before the ceremony.
I bawled like a babe.
I was wondering what that sound was.
So by the time...
Just walked past, mate, I'm going to be honest. Heard it come from the room, I was like, nah.
By the time
you're
that
right.
he actually got to the stage, he was all cried out.
He was all cried out. Good job.
I was tear barren.
Are you wearing makeup to hide the red eyes? I can see it now in this light.
Next order of business. Moving swiftly on.
Sorry, it's getting a bit away from me.
Yeah, that's cool. Moving swiftly on. How is everyone doing today?
Right.
I don't know. I mean, we've kind of peaked today. Let's be honest, guys. We got the keys to the city. I mean, are you petting your dog?
Yes.
Is that what that is? Okay.
Yeah.
It's an audio podcast.
Oh, yes.
Hood sees Rufio and starts doing it with diddles, just like making eye contact.
I feel like this
Thumbs up.
is...
Thumbs up.
So yeah, how is everyone? Anyone got plans for the weekend?
3 of us do. Sorry. Anyone got plans for the weekend? Points at Becca. Well, 3 of us have got something to do, and she throws down the invite. Going to a party, apparently.
I love parties.
Dib's not
You
it.
are not going.
Oh, what?
It's a gala for apparently all the local heroes in the area.
You're going to stay with me. It's fine.
As soon-
I don't want to.
Emmett's
point.
body language changes as soon as Lupo says it's for all the local teams in the area, and he's like, "Wow, okay. Lupo, can I have a word outside?"
Yep.
He sort of
Talk amongst yourselves.
talk amongst yourselves.
I mean, it's bullshit. I gotta go to the fucking party.
I think you should go to the party.
I think I should go. I can just sneak in. They can't stop me.
So you can
I'll just
teleport.
follow
I'm picturing like
You haven't quite left the room yet.
Lupo just writes in biro over 18s only.
Bullshit.
So yeah.
So Emmett sort of takes a few steps down the hallway. Takes a few steps down the hallway away from the door, and he pulls a business card out of his jacket and hands it over to Lupo. It's the same one that he showed her at the end of last arc to get her to stay, and it's showing its age a little bit. It's been in Emmett's wallet for a very long time, and printed very plainly on the business card is the logo for Anvil. And he watches her eyes until she looks up, and he just says, "You thinking what I'm thinking?"
Yeah, I am.
He frowns slightly and says, "We know that Anvil have a star team in the area, and we know that Fum's invited all the biggest superhero teams of the city. Likelihood is the star team's going to be there." And he frowns again and sort of thinks for a moment, and then he says, "Star teams are highly trained killers, and we don't know what they want or who's even pulling the strings. Our guys need to know what they're going into."
The team don't need to know. And there's no way to find out, even if we wanted. There's no paper chain, and that's exactly how Anvil likes it. Besides, telling the team would just put them on guard. You know what they're like. I'll tell them not to engage, and then engage. Anyway, this is supposed to be a party, not a battleground.
All kind of humor's gone from Emmett's face at this point, and his eyes are almost pleading at Lupo, like, "Come on, throw the team a bone," kind of thing. And
She ain't gonna do it.
no, and he shakes his head and just goes, "There is, like, we can give them some hints, like some things that there's some key things they can look for, like star teams always have an android."
It isn't obviously an android, not in all cases. And anyway, this isn't the kind of scene to pull a job. Star teams crave fame because it gives them the perfect cover. To be seen as allies even as their competition is vital, and this party allows that. This is the perfect publicity stunt. Look at it this way. They get to rub shoulders with other teams, make friends with people that they might even need to kill in the future. For them, this is Candyland.
Emmett nods slightly, and you can see the resignation on his face, and he's like, "Yeah, okay. Well, if we're sending the guys in blind, we need to pick the best."
Not Hood.
I 100% agree with that.
She's just too young.
Yeah, it's not that she's not good enough, not by any stretch of the imagination, but yeah, she's too young. Well, who else?
Rufio's good for muscle, and he hasn't really had the chance yet.
True. Plus, he's reliable. You tell him who to shoot, he shoots him. But that leaves two people without powers. What if you guys get disarmed?
I was thinking the Swan.
Okay.
With her investigations into Foe, I feel like she may have come across Fum in the process. Her intel might be valuable in this.
Yeah, plus she's an excellent face. Great party person. Great party person.
I'm sure she'd agree.
Okay. Let's do this. And he turns back to the door, and as Lupo walks past him, he just catches her arm. And she goes, but apology eyes. And then serious face. What about you? I mean, your identity is incredibly hard to find, but I managed it. They definitely could. What if they know who you are?
She gives him a thoughtful look for a moment, but then a little smile curves on her lips, and she says, I knew sooner or later Anvil would figure out that I'm still here. But Star Teams aren't the only ones who use the limelight as armor.
Emmett nods. And let's go.
Lupo goes out of the room and back into the meeting.
Okay, and he stops, and he's sort of 1,000-yard stare, just sort of looks down the hallway, and he breathes in real slow, and then he throws on a goofy smile, breathes out, and he heads back inside. Okay, he claps his hands together. Okay, so after much deliberation, Lupo and I have decided which lucky members are going to the party. Lupo?
Yep, obviously I'll be leading on this one. And Swan, I was thinking you might take this one with us. Now I have to play myself.
Yep.
Have a conversation with yourself.
The Swan is another one of Becca's characters, so she gets to talk to, like when I was doing Dollface and Medusa last arc.
Yeah! I don't actually have a voice for the Swan, so this is going to be fun. Good luck, audience. You get to realise how small my acting range is. Swan, are you down for this? And Swan kind of gives a bit of an uncertain look. She's got the invite in her hands and is like, I'm not feeling this one. I have plans.
Got a hot
The
take.
master of communication, I have plans. And Lupo kind of squints at her. You have plans? Yes. Are you not even going to try and elaborate that with me? No, definitely not coming. You're on your own. Thanks. Good. So, Emmett, who?
Still saying I'm a viable choice, but none of my
The kid's going to come anyway.
Look, we are going to need... We have 2 non-powered heroes, potentially, which are going to have their equipment, if not taking off them, at least reduced in its capabilities. So I feel like...
Oh, here we go.
First I thought I was going to make it an episode. Ding. We have 2 non-superpowered heroes. We're going to need someone with some innate power, because these guys may have their technology taken off them, or at least reducing its capabilities while they're at the gala. So we're going to need someone whose powers can't be taken away. And you see Celadon sort of like straightens up in his seat a little bit, and he's sort of like, oh, hang on, that could be me. It's like Emma carries on. He smiles because he sees Celadon's excited. He smiles and he goes, someone who, you know, hasn't had much experience in the superhero game when it comes down to it, but the experience that they have done, they've excelled. You know, a fantastic team player, and Celadon's just growing, and like he's swelling up in his
puffing
seat.
out his little frog
He's
cheeks.
puffing out his little frog cheeks, this massive gullet.
Slightly, yeah, nice.
And it continues. Someone who, without on the team, we may not have got out of certain sticky situations. And someone who I think is finally old enough to play it with the big guns. You know, finally old enough to be treated as an adult on this team. So, yeah, I think the only real choice is pretty...
Dibs, it's me. Dibs. He's like, stands up. It's me. I called it. I want to go.
You called dibs?
I called dibs.
I like that you disappear for a moment, you've teleported, and then you teleport back and you're in your finery.
You're already wearing the clothes.
Yeah.
I'm like, look, I've had this dress for ages and I haven't had a chance to wear it. I really want to go.
I was going to wear it to my friend's wedding, but then he got jilted.
It was really upsetting. I'd like to erase the memory and have it as a nice occasion.
I made sausage rolls. No one got to eat them.
So
So there's some guy on the train.
So I had to eat them.
This guy. That'll be in the autobiography. Emmett sort of He locks eyes with Lupo, and it's just a look of fear.
She's just staring at the table like, why has this happened?
Look,
they could say no. They could say no, but they
Yeah.
know now. She's called.
I'm just gonna go.
She's called the Holy Vow of Dibs.
I have.
Yeah.
And I like to think that in the urban legends, if you want a mission and you call dibs, you get the mission.
Yeah,
Fuck Celadon.
100%. Emmett still tries it. He's like, look, I don't think this is a good idea for a child to be going.
Who are you calling a child?
Tell you what, Emmett. I've had a change of heart, son. I'll go if you want me to. And I'll keep an eye on it, alright?
Astrologer picks up. He's sort of, I think he's just floating towards the back of the room in his Capricorn form, so he's a little goat man.
Mm-hmm.
He just goes, as I understand the sacred vow of Dibs, she has to go. It's like, Emmett's more, yeah, it's more, I mean, yeah, but it's not, no, it's an earth thing.
Just
Have I not been on enough missions? And I'm fine. It's a party. What could possibly go wrong?
And that is where we're going to leave this episode.
I hate you. Hate you so much.
Oh, goodness.
Thank you for listening to That's How We Roll. If you liked what you heard, please check out our Patreon at patreon.com/That's How We Roll, where for as little as $1 a month, you can help support keeping this podcast going. And if you'd like to know more, please check out our website, that'showweroll.co.uk. Take a look at our social medias, at That's How We Roll 1 on Twitter, and That's How We Roll Podcast on Facebook. You can also get in touch via email. Just ping one over to that'showwerollpodcast@gmail.com. See you all next time.